And also, that's just not how our justice. There's a lot of steps you have to go through before a suit can actually ever get into a courtroom, right? It's not, you can't just, I know it's like people think that because we can't sue for almost anything in this country, that it's like every single suit somehow ends up,
Yeah.
happening. And it's like, that's just how that works.
There's great protections in place that prevent you from filing meritless lawsuits or frivolous lawsuits. For instance, in Pennsylvania, if you want to file a medical malpractice case against a physician, you need to sign a certificate of merit that says that you have an expert who supports this case, that there was a deviation from the accepted standard of care, and that deviation actually caused the injury. Protections in place to stop these frivolous lawsuits. And I think a lot of people, when they hear about a big verdict, you hear the big number, and they're like, oh, that's ridiculous, and this is frivolous, and they don't know all the underlying facts because they weren't sitting on the jury or doing the research and hearing all the horrible, terrible stuff that actually occurred.
Yeah. So it's not that these so-called frivolous lawsuits don't happen. They do, but it's not, I would say it's the exception rather than the norm. And when you do find it, it's like,
Yeah.
Okay, there was like some real nonsense happening in here.
Well, and judges are very good. Judges are very good. As you said, they're real people, but they can sniff it out. They know who's a good lawyer and who's not. So they know who files meritorious and not. And there's a motions practice that allows them to get rid of claims on as soon as you file a lawsuit through a preliminary objection. Defense, after you go through discovery and take depositions and all that, they can file motions for summary judgment and the judge can kick a case out. So there's ways to get these frivolous cases just out of the system completely. So it's not some, some radio stations and sometimes you turn on the TV and they make it out like there's frivolous lawsuits being filed every other day. And it's just not true. I, for instance, had a referral counsel try to give me 2 cases last week. And, she was all excited about them. And we just looked through all the medical records and said, hey, we can't handle this one. If we don't think it's meritorious, we don't think this doctor did anything wrong, so it really is a fair system.